Hello and welcome to Amina's Moment. I am so glad you guys were able to tune in on tonight. And I thought I'd wear my Purdue University shirt, although I'm not into college sports at all and I have no clue what they're doing. It's pretty cool just to wear this shirt of the school that I went to. I'm really excited about that. It's little things that make me happy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As I tell you every week, I'm not here to give you advice. I'm just here to motivate you and to let you know that you have greatness within. And so I want to bring out some things that will really get you thinking about what your next step should be in life and how you reach your goals and what you do and who you hang out with and who don't you hang out with, and to think about the decisions that you have before yourself to make. So that's basically why I'm here, and I'm hoping that you guys are really getting something out of these videos. And if you're getting something out of it, please share it with your family, with your friends, because we want to be able to help as many people as possible. So tonight I have something a little different going on. I have my niece, Miss Nadia Harris, and I actually have her on the phone, and I just want to tell you just a quick, just a little bit about her. She is a young woman in her late 20s, and she is very, very motivated. When you speak to her, she has a lot of things to say that can actually help another young person. And so I'm going to be pulling in and using some resources, some people that I know that can come and share. Now, I'm in Indiana, and she's in California. So with that being said, I actually have her on the phone. Hello, Nadia.
Hi, Aamina.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that you were able to be with us today. And I just want to turn it over to you because you have such an amazing, I would say just a story that can help some young people. And then once you talk about that, and there was that great quote that you had from the military that I want you to share as well, we'll get into some little dialogue and we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, just to reiterate the conversation that you and I had earlier today, I work in a pharmacy, and in a pharmacy it's really, really busy and really hectic sometimes, and you just never know who you're going to run into. And I had a conversation with a customer last week, not knowing that it is my district manager's boss. And I was very professional, and I did what I could, and not knowing that later on he came to my boss saying what a fantastic job I did and how professional I was. And once he said that, it just set in my heart, you never know who you're speaking to. You just never know who you're going to interact with on a daily basis. My job consists of talking to a lot of different people at work as well as at church. And a good friend of mine and my sister in Christ is in the Marines. And one thing that she said to me yesterday during our conversation was, perception is reality, reality is perception. Meaning how you see people and how you envision people, when they're not around, what they do when not other people are around, that's who they really are. And their character and their integrity shows a lot. So I think it's really important for young people to realize how they conduct themselves, not just when they're at school, but when they're at work and when they're at the store. How are you conducting yourself? How are other people perceiving you? And that's something that in this generation and in today's world, that's very important as young people to realize and to really, truly think about.
Absolutely. Nadia, I think that's phenomenal that you brought up the fact that how we are in every area, especially when we think that no one's watching, that's who we really are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's amazing that you even had that experience because you didn't know who you were entertaining. And I think that sometimes we do get caught up in the fact that, oh, well, I know that so-and-so is over there, so I'm going to go over here where they can't see me. But you never know who's over there. And so that is so important that our young people and even adults, I think you and I, we want to make sure that we represent ourselves very well so that we are doing the right thing. And for you and I and those that may have a relationship with Christ, that we're being the godly men and women that God has called us to be. So
that's so true. That is so true. I was also having a conversation with my First Lady on yesterday. And, know who we can bring to Christ by just a smile, by just a conversation. So if we really truly conduct ourselves and really let our light shine, we never know who's going to be saved, who's going to want to know God because of our example, and who's going to want to go further in life and have hope and have a positive outlook on life because of their interaction with us.
Absolutely. That is amazing. And you know what, and before we wrap this up, I'm glad you brought up even, what you and your First Lady talked about when it comes to even that smile, because the way we represent ourselves when we walk outside of our homes and go, and like you were saying, going into the schools, whether it be your job, whatever your age is, when we think about even our faces, how do we look to people? Do we look mean and like don't say anything to me? Or do we have a pleasant look? And I know sometimes I can be overly bubbly, and I get that. And, my husband, he tells me all the time, you will talk to anybody. I will. I mean, it's just a given. But you know what? It really allows the opportunity for relationships to be built. If you walk around and you're mean and you have this look of disgust on you, who's going to want to speak to you? Who's going to want to do that?
Exactly.
So I really appreciate your time, Nadia. I really do. And I'm hoping that this is something that you and I can do more often, because I feel like you have a lot to share with the young people. So I just wanted to thank everyone for tuning in to Amina's Moment on tonight. And please remember that who you are, it's going to show. And we want you to be representative of that very good thing that's on the inside, because you are destined for greatness. You have a great job ahead of you. And if, in fact, you put in the work and the toil and the time and the energy to get things done, I'm telling you, you will succeed. So until next time, thank you for tuning in to Amina's Moment.